Welcome to the SAU Report. I'm Leigh and Griffin.
And I'm Randy Holmes. Today we have David Emmerling with us, who is a sophomore print journalism major here at the college. David, what brought you to SAU?
In a small town, which I'm able to know a lot more people than other big universities. So therefore, I'm able to make more friends and gain a sense of another family.
So where are you actually from?
I'm actually from Little Rock, Arkansas, and I went to school in Sheridan, Arkansas.
With Little Rock being such a bigger town and more industrial and that kind of stuff, how was coming to SAU different for you? What changes did you have to make?
The main change I had to make was getting used to all the cattle everywhere. I'm used to a big city, buildings everywhere, and I come here and it's just wide open fields and stuff. I love it.
So you like the cattle, huh?
Well, I don't like the smell of the cattle. It's all right, it keeps me hungry.
So what made you interested in SAU? Like, did the campus, was it something that interested you?
The campus is a beautiful campus. I couldn't choose another university that's better than this.
So, with all the new facilities going up, like the new band hall, we just got new turf on the football field. We got the Reynolds Center 2 years ago. What has that helped out the campus? Do you think they need to further this or stop now?
I think we need to further it to get us out there and known everybody. Adding more buildings will bring in more people and shows that they actually care about their students.
So what are some things you're involved in on SAU campus?
I am involved in RHA, which I am a representative for my hall, which is Harriet Hall. I am the president. I am in Kappa Kappa Psi, which is a National Honorary Band fraternity. Alpha Phi Omega, which is a National Service fraternity. And I am in Mule.org, which is meaningful undergraduate living learning experience, which I recommend it for anybody who comes here.
Okay, I know Mule.org is a freshman program that goes up to the sophomore year, and some people even carry it on through as alumni.
Right.
How has Mule.org influenced your life here on campus?
It's helped me to grow as a better person, be more out there with everybody. I'm usually a shy person. I will not go up to a person and start talking. And this program has helped me to get to know more people without being shy or embarrassed or whatever,
So Mule.org has opened doorways for you. Like, did it open up hall council and the fraternities for you, or was that different programs?
I say it opened up for both of those because it's making me who I am today, which is a better person, being more of an adult than what, people come in from high school are.
So you're in band, right?
Right.
What do you play?
I play the trumpet.
Play the trumpet?
Yes.
And you're in Kappa Kappa Psi, which, what does that do for the band? Or?
Kappa Kappa Psi does everything for the band. We raise money for the band. We store equipment. We get everything out on the field during marching season. We bring water for the band. It's basically we help members of the band grow together and get the real life experience of what other people are like. I would say if you go into another job, we try to make you more comfortable in a new environment, and that's what Kappa Kappa Psi is all about.
In the same aspect, how does Alpha Phi Omega, how does that play into your life?
Alpha Phi Omega is playing into my life for a lot of service for the community. It helps me to get out there and let people know that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make this world a better place to live in.
So Alpha Psi Omega, do y'all just do stuff for on campus, or do y'all do stuff off campus also?
We do stuff on and off campus.
What kind of stuff do y'all do?
We clean up highways, clean up the campus. We do a lot of fundraising for our fraternity and other people. We go to nursing homes, daycares, whatever, we'll do it.
Does either group participate in like Greek activities on campus, like as for instance the step shows or Greek week or any of that?
Kappa Kappa Psi will be in the step show this coming up April, but Alpha Phi Omega has not done that yet.
Okay.
I noticed, like, going back to Alpha Psi Omega, is that right?
Alpha Phi.
Oh, okay, Alpha Phi. I've noticed that y'all have some, like, bins around campus, like recycling.
Right.
How did y'all get that going?
That is an environmental issue. Today, in this world today, there's a lot of littering going on, and it pollutes our air. And what we do is we take cans, plastic, paper, and we recycle it and use it for stuff that people can use later on down the road.
Aren't y'all in that with the Abilities Unlimited, which comes around to all different areas of the campus and picks up like cardboard and stuff?
Yes, we are.
What do y'all do with the stuff after y'all recycled so much? Where do y'all take it?
We take it, we actually have a bin, recycling bin, here on campus behind the Booth Center. And we just dump everything in there, and then the people from each company, like the,
Abilities Unlimited?
yes, Billy Jones Unlimited, I'm new at this, and they come and pick up the stuff and recycle it for us.
That's pretty interesting. Out of all the things that you do, what, like the Kappa Kappa Psi and all that, what do you enjoy the most?
I enjoy Kappa Kappa Psi the most.
What about Kappa Kappa Psi makes you enjoy it the most?
It's the brotherhood. It's what they show, that they really care about me. When I've been down, they've always been there. I can call any of them any time of the night, and they'll be there. I can talk to them. It's basically like my other family. I have many brothers.
So
I
that's
enjoy
what
it.
brotherhood's all about, because I'm not anything like that, and so I don't really understand the whole brotherhood,
Right.
but it's like another family.
It's basically being like another family. It's a unity. You do everything together.
So it's not actually like some people see it as paying for friends. Were you friends with them before you got into it?
I
or-
was friends. When I first came here, they helped me out. And before I heard about them, we became friends instantly.
What do y'all do to build brotherhood?
We go bowling, eating out, whatever. We'll do something for the band together, cook out. We just, come together and do something. That's
So it's really
family.
like a whole family thing,
Right.
like you would sit there, you'd be at home, and your
Oh,
dad
yeah.
would pull out the grill, and y'all would grill something.
I grill.
Oh, you'd grill?
Oh, I grill.
Okay, going back to, you're the president of Harrod Hall.
Right.
So how is living on campus in a residence hall?
I love it. I can be more involved than living off campus. You know more what's going on when you're living on campus. You know when stuff happens. Like we have a Greek show coming up, and Spring Fling, which is great for everybody, even though we still can't miss class. But, people do it anyways.
What do y'all do at Spring Fling?
Spring Fling, there's games, food. You can get a T-shirt made with your picture on it. You can get bracelets made. I know last year we had a water slide and volleyball. It's just something for the students to enjoy one afternoon,
Well, how would you feel if I told you that when I talk to people and ask them about Spring Fling, and they say they don't know about it, and there's all these students on campus that say they don't know about it? What would?
I would advise them, to check around campus. There's going to be signs up somewhere, or talk to people. They'll tell you when Spring Fling is. It's just something. It's like a stress reliever, basically, for students to get out and just have fun and not have to worry about all the stuff they have to do for school.
Okay, back on residence hall living though, we hear people talking about the CAF, talking about the community showers. Where did you live your first semester here?
My first semester here, I lived in Green Hall, which is a freshman residence hall.
Didn't you move to East right after that?
Right.
How was that transition there?
It was a major transition. I went from a small room to a big room and only sharing a bathroom with 3 other people, which is a lot cleaner to me because some people in the residence halls do not know how to clean. But I actually enjoyed it a lot more. I was able to be more comfortable and control my own air and all that.
What do you think about the CAF?
The CAF is okay. It has its days, but it's here for students who don't have money to go out and eat. It's just right there. You don't have to travel anywhere.
What's your favorite food item in the CAF?
My favorite food item would have to be probably the chicken sandwich.
The chicken sandwich?
I've heard this rumor, and maybe, you could tell me since you eat there and I do not. People say there's always one bad item, that if somebody eats it, they always get sick, but you never know what item it's going to be.
Right, right. Basically, it's the item that you do not know what it's supposed to be.
That, for me, that's usually over at the vegetarian station.
Right.
But
Don't
we
eat-
have such a wide variety of foods in there, and they try to incorporate everybody's lifestyle into the food.
Right.
Like they have soul food and that kind of stuff. Do you think that helps the students on campus that they try to have such a variety?
Yes, it does.
Now, do you eat in the caf more, or do you take out more?
Now I eat takeout more.
And why is that?
Well, I don't know. The calf really doesn't fill me up like I want it to. And you only have certain options where you can go out to eat and choose any way you want, fresh food, whatever.
And it sounds like you're so busy with all these other
yeah,
campus activities.
I'm very busy,
So sometimes it would be good to think about, like on bigger campuses, they have like McDonald's or Taco
Right.
Bell or something on the campus for students that don't have vehicles.
Right, we need that.
Well, what about the new Mac down there where they serve hamburgers and chicken strips and all that?
I haven't eaten there yet, but I heard they're very good.
Because I've heard a lot of students have
Right.
compliments about the Mac being open till 11 because they can actually go down there and eat later than the caf because they have to close down the caf because it's just a general office basically.
Right.
Well, can you explain the MAC for me a little bit? What is it?
The MAC is Mule Riders Activity Center.
Oh.
And it's just a place for students to go. You can go and study. They have pool tables. They have a little room where you can play cards, dominoes. It's just a place to relax. They have a grill. You can order something to eat right off the grill. It's very good. I love it.
So, I know like in the rental center, they got the game room. Is it to an
Right.
extent like what that is without the food?
Pretty much to an extent, except for like the TV rooms and all that.
Okay. So can you tell me, I'm going to get a little personal here on you. Can you tell me like an embarrassing moment that you've had on campus?
Actually, I can. It's called Miss FIMU pageant, where basically guys would dress up as girls and walk around on stage like an actual pageant. And I was just bored one night, and one of my friends told me about it. It's like, I'll do it, just for fun, and it helped to get me out there for people to know me.
So did you win?
Actually, I came in second place.
Did you get do you get crowns or anything like that, or do you just?
We actually got a sash that went around you like that, and it said, first runner up and all that. And the winner actually got like a bouquet of roses and stuff.
So it'd be very interesting for people to come and watch
Oh,
that.
it's very interesting.
What are some other interesting things that go on campus that people need to come and watch?
Well, for one, it's a Greek step show. That's with any fraternity, sorority who want to enter to show you what they got to represent. Spring fling, of course. And mainly cookouts. People have cookouts all the time around here.
What about the band concerts and stuff like
yes,
that?
band concerts are great. Especially if you're a music major. It's just, a band concert, it's relaxing time, We play music that, relax you. We play music that'll get up and go. It's just, I love it. And we have jazz band too, and we play all these.
How many different ensembles are you in the band department?
I am in 2 ensembles. I am in symphonic band, and I am in jazz band.
What is symphonic band?
Symphonic band is basically the top players of the whole band. We get together, we go on tour. Like this year we're going to Texas, and we try to recruit students to come to our band program.
Where are y'all going in Texas?
We are going to Groesbeck, possibly Dallas, and I believe we're going to Louisiana, somewhere in Louisiana.
So do y'all just go and play when y'all are there, or do y'all?
For the most part, we play all day long. And jazz band goes with us.
So playing the trumpet, your lips start hurting after a while.
I'm very tired after one gig.
So y'all basically go out, stay in a hotel, and then go out to the schools
Right.
and try to recruit students for SAU. Is there any other recruiting you do for SAU?
Kappa Psi, we go out to other schools and we talk to students about SAU.
I can see both of your fraternities being big recruitment tools
Right.
because you actually go out into the community with both. What about Mule.org? Is it a recruiting tool?
To me, it's not. It's basically for students on campus to come together, get to know other people. And we go on a trip every year that the school pays for, which gets us out there, but it only gets, some of SAU recognized. Like, we'll wear shirts and the other times we don't. So we're just like normal people in the other state.
What kind of trips, when y'all go on those trips, what do y'all do?
We visit museums. We go, I know last year we went to a kind of like a science museum, saw butterflies. This year we're going to try to go to a Mavericks game in Dallas and go to some more like history museums and all that.
So to an extent, it's a learning process,
Right.
but then, like you said, the Mavericks game, it kind of gets you off the campus and
Right.
get to have some fun.
Yeah.
Okay, going back to your hall living, you said you also lived in East Hall. Were you part of the residential college while you were there?
Yes, I was.
And what is the residential college compared to Mule.org?
Residential college is to get you prepared for real life. You have to take a class about what the real world is. It gets you living with both female and male students.
I've also heard of a requirement of community service hours to
Right.
live in the residential college.
You have to have 15 hours of community service to stay in the residence hall.
What kind of programs do they institute over there to get your 15 hours?
Sometimes it's like a can drive. We'll go and sort cans for a church. We'll go to a church and serve food. Highway cleanups, pretty much like APO.
Okay.
It's a service.
And I've also seen y'all do the Halloween party and that kind of stuff. Are you still active with the RC, or have you dropped off since you've come back over to Mule.org?
I've dropped off since I came back to Mule.org.
Okay. So out of all the list of activities you do, where do you find time to just relax, and what do you do for relaxation time?
Well, what I do for relaxation time is exercise. I like to go play sports, tennis, basketball, football, baseball, you name it, I'll do it. And I just hang out with friends. Most of the time it's late at night before I can relax.
So when you hang out with your friends and stuff, what do y'all usually do? Since there's really not much to do in
Not much,
Magnolia.
yeah. We usually either hang out at Harrod, or we'll go to the park or go to the lake and just, sit there and talk about things, talk about school, just relieve stress.
So do you go back home a lot, or do you?
No, I don't. I work every weekend, so I'm trying to pay for school right now, so.
So do you work on campus or do you work off campus?
I work on campus at Harrod Hall. I work the front desk, checking people in for at least 3 to 4 hours a day on the weekend.
So all you can get is 15 hours a week working on
Right.
campus, and it's $6.10 an hour, or have they moved it up?
I think it's probably
6.25.
Yeah, something
Okay,
like
because I
that.
knew back a little bit ago it was only 6.10. But would you be able to work off campus? Has that ever been something that's crossed your mind?
That has crossed my mind, but then I put school first, and by the time I'm able to work off campus, I have class during the time, and I'm really busy on the weekends too. So
What kind of classes are you in the print journalism field?
right now, I've only taken one class, and it is mass communications, and that is to understand, commercials, ads, and all that stuff. Look at a movie and see what advertisements are in each movie. It's helping you get to know the field a lot better.
So being in this field now and being in that class, and you go and watch TV, it makes TV watching a little bit different now, doesn't it?
It is very different. I'm more observant than usual. Usually I just sit there and watch something. Now I'm, finding every little detail, what's wrong with something, I even find advertisements in shows that I watch.
What do you hope to do with your degree after you graduate?
I was planning on moving to New York and maybe being a columnist, but right now I've decided to change my mind and stay here in Arkansas.
What do you want to do here in Arkansas?
I'd like to move to Fayetteville and possibly have my own business. I'm going to minor in business and see where it goes from there.
So business and print journalism, does it really intertwine with each other, or?
Yes, it does. Because when you own a business, you need to advertise, get your name out there. And what better way to do it is, to take journalism class. That way you can go on TV, go to a newspaper, and do whatever it takes to get your business known.
What kind of business are you wanting to have?
I want to have a food business. I love to eat. I actually came up with a name for a restaurant, and it's called Crockett's Bar and Grill.
And why is it called Crockett's Bar and Grill?
Well, Crockett is actually my nickname that my mother gave me ever since I was 1, 2 years old.
Apparently it's after little Davy Crockett or something
Right,
along those
after
lines.
Davy Crockett.
So are you going to make them wear the hats, or is it going to be like an outdoorsy type
It's
feel?
going to be like back in the day when Davy Crockett was around, muskets, the Alamo, the hats. I actually have a hat.
So you want to have fun with this business.
Have fun.
You don't want it to be a real formal restaurant. You
Right.
want more laid back country.
Kind of like how Mules is.
Yeah.
Mules is more like a
Yes.
laid back. You can throw the peanuts on the
Yeah.
floor. And
Well, I don't know about that.
So what has been like what would be the most important thing that you want to tell the students, upcoming students, graduating people? What would you want to tell them as they're coming in and going out?
Coming in and going out. All right. For students coming in, college is way different from high school. They treat you more like an adult. So you got to expect to do more to earn it. You don't just breeze by. For people leaving college, the real world's going to be tough. And there are things you're not going to like, but keep working hard and you'll get to wherever you want to be.
So you've got a few more years, and then you're going to get to hit the real world.
Yeah.
And are you nervous, or are you wanting to be one of those 7-year seniors?
Well, the way I'm going right now, I might look like one of those 7-year students.
What are some of the experiences that are going to leave SAU with you when you leave?
Both my fraternities, all the organizations I'm in, and all the friends that I've made.
So they've really put an impact on you. What has impacted you the most?
Impacting me the most is more respect and trust. People I've made friends with here, I respect them more, and I'm able to trust them with no matter what happens to me. If I have a problem, I can go talk to them without them telling anybody else, and it's helped me become a better person.
So basically, when you needed counseling, they were there for you, that kind of stuff. It's just like the family atmosphere we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to actually stay in touch, I guess, just like any family would.
And as soon as I get out, I'll call them just to see what they're doing.
So being here at SAU is like having one big family.
Correct.
So how are you going to incorporate that into the real world, on a real job or something?
On a real job, try to make friends. As soon as I go in there, get to know everybody that I work with and see where friendship will involve with them. It's pretty much like, your parents. They go to work, they talk about all their friends at work. That's what I want. I want to be comfortable and able to talk to people where I work.
So you're go for it.
I was going to say, well, the time's about up, so I've enjoyed having you here with us.
Thank you. I
You're very
enjoyed it.
interesting. And I'm Leigh Griffin.
And I'm Randy Holmes.
Thanks for watching.